last week you asked to give a quick bit of feedback on what you were thinking of the module so far. Can we have a voice, please? And as a consequence of that, I was going to tell you what actions we're going to take from that to respond to that. Also, put up a more generic thing that you can fill in at any point on sort of generic feedback requests for it, just where you can post up a comment anonymously about what you think's sort of happening in the labs, lectures or whatever. I'll check that regularly. It's anonymous, so please try and be factual about it. Try and avoid something like "I hate this module." That's, you know, that doesn't get us anywhere in it. So be fairly constructive as to what you think can be done on it. The more you can supply, the more helpful I can be to it. This is particularly the case where you're wanting help at home or something like that with a piece of work. It's great to email me and say you're having a problem and then just leave it at that. It's more useful if you can say, I'm having a problem, it's with this, here's the files that I'm having a problem with, here's some of the screenshots of what I'm having a problem with, can you help me? And then I can get back to you straight away. And you will get an answer pretty quickly. It's not unusual for me to be answering questions, you know, on a Sunday afternoon or an evening or something like that to get back to you. I can't sort of guarantee that, but people generally get a response back within the hour or something like that. I don't have a life outside of it, so. But to give you an idea of what's available, you can open up that feedback yourself, should you want to, but here's an overview of what those comments said last week. We had 81 responses out of 120, so that's about 2/3 of people. About a 67% response rate. Could have done with it perhaps being a bit higher, because as I said, the idea of feedback is how it's nice to get feedback from the entire set, because otherwise it gets dominated by a minority view to it. You know, whether you're talking about politics or feedback here, you've got to exercise your right to vote, otherwise you can't complain when nobody said, oh, this thing's going wrong for you, you need to say something. In general, this first question there, is the level of difficulty just about right, or is it too hard? Nobody in this particular group said it was too little. Nobody said it was too easy. But we do expect things to be difficult for you. If it's not difficult, we're probably not doing our job right, because we're supposed to stretch you. We're supposed to sort of push you to sort of get over there. But I will reiterate, just out of that, for the 20% of people who said that it was too hard, please get in touch with me so that I can sort of help you for it. I can offer one-on-one sessions. If you just sort of email me, my timetable's available on Moodle. Suggest a time, you can come on in and have a talk about what you're having a problem with there. Or it might be something that I can help online. It's just a sort of email to it. Compared to other units, the amount of work you have outside, again, 3/4 of people are sort of just right with that. A few people thinking it was too much. A lot of this will correlate with a later question about the amount of work being asked to do in labs, for it being sort of quite in depth to it. Some people there are thinking it's a bit too little, not being asked to do enough for it. Typically, some of these things might come from people who've been on placement, really, who are sort of fairly well up on their coding, for example. But again, another action sort of out of that. If you're finding it's too much and you can't sort of cope, please get in touch with me. We'll sort of, I'll sit down with you and help you through what you're sort of getting stuck on. But also, I've just said to a class already, at the start of a module, when you first come in, everybody's really keen at the start of the year. You're wanting to do well, and it's a bit of a psychological thing that we load you up with work right at the start of term, because that's when you're keenest. That's when you're more able, if you like, and willing to do a fair sort of amount of work. And then we'll tailor it off over the term as people sort of start getting involved in other sort of aspects. So it will be the case that things will slow down for it. The labs won't be quite as intensive, for it being sort of pushed through to it. I already have put on extra labs to it. The Android lab originally intended to be one lab session, I stretched over 2. Similar things will happen, and also from help with the assignment as well. There'll be specific labs designed to sort of help you there for it. Moodle material, in general, people found it sort of fairly helpful there, either very helpful, at least slightly helpful from it. I'm open to requests if you want particular help in a certain area. Please keep your eye, as well as on Moodle, on your email messages, because I generally send out a common problem that, say, one person has had. I'll send out around the email, and you certainly should have received 2 or 3 of those just over the weekend for it. So I will respond as and when to it, but also let me know when things are that could be sort of extra for it. So I will put some more help demos and suggestions on Moodle. They've already been done from it, and just saying, well, if there's anything extra, just put in that anonymous content section. I think overall there, people are, I think, fairly happy with the teaching. I'll have there's some specific comments later on when we look at the comments. People there are either sort of strongly agreeing or agreeing, coming out at sort of 85%. So I think the actual sessions themselves, the teaching seems to be sort of going okay. Although again, if somebody strongly disagrees there, just in a constructive way, let me know what you feel isn't being delivered right. How would you like it delivered? But I've got to say, I'm not going to respond to one person when 90% of the people think everything's okay to it. That's the idea of having a majority view on things. But if it's something constructive that I can help with, then yeah, please say so for it. And similar for, do you feel suitably challenged in that? Yes and maybe there, accounting for whatever that is, 94% of it. The no coming from people who've done quite an amount of things before, and again I appreciate if you've done it before, perhaps through being out in placement. When it comes around to your assignment, I'm not averse to giving 100% for an assignment if it's worth that. So there's nothing ruled out, but equally so, I'm not averse to giving 5% for an assignment as well. I use a full range of it. So if you're finding things fairly good going, and you're finding things sort of fairly easy, when it comes round to those last couple of weeks before your assignment, please consult with me, and I'll tell you where possibly you might be able to improve it. You should be aiming for a bit of perfection, and I'll sort of give you an idea of where to complete just things to sort of check on it to gain the highest marks that you can for this. Knowing about the assessment types and what the assessment criteria are, again, people seem to sort of fully, partially understand that. 1 or 2 people saying they don't understand it at all, and last week I did go over specifically what it is, in the lab sessions, telling what the actual assessment's about. 2 pieces of coursework, no exam for it. Please, again, if you're in this state of saying not at all there, assuming people weren't just being flippant in the, because that's always the case, that people do have flippant answers in an anonymous survey. If you don't understand what the assessment criteria is for the unit or what the assessment sort of is, please get in touch with me and ask. Don't want you submitting something that's completely off target or something that you don't understand. And yes, again, more lab sessions are planned specifically aimed at the assignment work for it. So there's some Moodle and forum messages already about that. Do you enjoy that? Again, a few free text comments about that. Got a few people there, about 10% saying they don't enjoy this unit for it. kowtow to me about. I like people to enjoy the unit. But if you're not enjoying the unit, you know, why? Why aren't you enjoying the unit? Is it just you hate studying in general? Is it that you don't like this subject? You hate me? Or something like that. You know, I need something sort of to work off rather than just saying I sort of don't enjoy it. So a bit of anonymous feedback there might be useful to find out where we can sort of improve it. And similar there, how to get help from it. Contact me, either email, come and see me in the room, or it's better to email first to find out when I'm sort of available. My availability timetables online, put there. And you'll get a fairly quick response. That's what's been commented on in the free text about what a few people are doing. In general, people are fairly confident that they can sort of do well in there. It's 14%, 13.5% people not confident. You'll feel more confident once you've done the labs to it. And I do encourage you to do the labs because the labs are very, very strongly related to the assignment. If you can do the labs, you'll find that that 40% on the practical side to it, you'll have done it already. And it's just a question of tweaking it for the assignment for it there. So again, I'm open to people coming and talking about improving their